afternoon, guys. We are the Group 3 and we're going to present Destination Information Search Strategies. Before we start, let's have a quick overview about our presentation. 1 is background or introduction. 2, information search strategies utilized by travelers. 3, factors affecting information search strategies used by travelers. Impact of culture on information search strategies, communicating with the tourist market, directions for future researcher, and conclusion. Let's start with the introduction. According to Schmidt and Sprang 1996, Gersoy 2001, there is no doubt that the search for information is one of the most important steps in consumers' decision-making processes because it represents the primary stage at which marketers can provide information and influence consumers' decisions. Sabi dito na kapag yung consumer is nag-decision making, unang-una nilang gagawin is mag-gather ng information. Kaya din nasabi na most important steps yung search for information kasi nagpro-provide to ng facts and detailed information. Also, yung mga marketer, pwede nilang ma-influence yung mga consumers na pwede nilang ma-influence yung mga decision ng consumer by providing informations about their product and services. Therefore, understanding information search behavior and the information search strategy, utilization, and consumers is crucial for developing and designing effective marketing communication strategies and campaigns. Dito naman is kailangan maintindihan ng mga marketer yung behavior ng isang consumer. Kung paano sila mag-look ng information before sila bumili ng mga products. Nakakatulong din 'to sa mga marketers na maka-create ng effective marketing campaigns. Also, ma-meet yung mga consumer needs. Copeland 1923 was one of the first researchers who examined consumers' pre-purchase information-seeking behavior. Since then, almost all consumer information processing and decision-making models include pre-purchase information search as one of the key components. Dito naman, sinasabi nila na si Copeland 1923 yung isa sa mga first researcher na pinag-aralan on how people search for information bago nila bilhin yung isang product. The next three bullets is i-represent ni Gaviola.
So the first bullet is information search or information acquisition is one of the first steps in the vacation decision-making process. It also affects on-site decisions such as selecting accommodation, transportation, activities, and tours. So, yung information search daw is yung pinakaunang step ng isang traveler when it comes to pag-decide ng destination or accommodation. Studies suggest that because of the tourism products, travelers' information search behavior and strategies utilized to gather information are likely to be significantly different from the information search behavior of consumers who purchase durable products. So kapag people are looking for information about buying durable products, mas nag-focus sila sa specs and reviews. Pero kapag naman nagkaplano ng trip, is more about the feelings and experience. So traveler information search is different. They look for things like activities and not just features or prices. The last bullet is consumers tend to engage in more searching when purchasing higher price, more visible and more complex products, such as travel to unknown destinations which intrinsically create greater perceived risk, Beatty and Smith 1987. So sinasabi dito that perceived risk influence people's information search behavior, leading them na mag-invest ng more time and effort sa pag-gather ng information to minimize uncertainties and make informed decisions.
Let's move on sa information search strategies utilized by travelers. According to Angel et al. 1995, information search can be defined as the motivated activation of knowledge stored in memory or acquisition of information from the environment. Sinasabi dito is about how Motivation influences our ability to remember things we already know or learn new things. For example, dito is, kumari meron tayong test sa isang subject natin. Pag sobrang motivated ka to do well sa test, syempre need natin mag-review dahil sa pagre-review natin, nare-recall yung mga lessons na naituro na sa atin or naka-stored na sa memory natin. At dahil nga motivated ka, parang mapupush ka pa to seek more information about sa lesson na kailangan i-review para mas maintindihan mo lalo yung lesson. According to Engel et al. 1995 again, as the definition suggests, information search can be either internal or external. Internal search is based on the retrieval of knowledge from memory. In contrast, external search consists of collecting information from the marketplace. Dito naman, sinasabi nila na yung information search daw can be either internal or external. Yung internal is parang yung example kanina sa first bullet, yung nagre-recall ka ng lesson na naka-stored na sa utak mo. While yung external naman is yung magagather ka ng information, like for example, mag-ask ka sa friend mo or family for a recommendation, ganon. According to Woodside and Roncainen 1980, Snappinger 1993, studies suggest that travelers tend to use four broad external information sources when planning their trips. These are family and friends, destination-specific literature, the media, and travel consultant. According kay Woodside and Roncainen 1980, Snappinger 1993, yung traveler daw tend to use four broad external information sources kapag nagpaplano sa kanilang trips. First one is family and friends. Dito naman is nangingi sila ng advice sa taong naka-experience na ng traveling or nakapunta na sa isang destination na gustong puntahan ng isang traveler. Second is destination-specific literature. Ito yung mga nasa magazine, books, or online articles that talk specifically about the place they want to visit. Third naman is the media, which is yung mga TV show or travel vlogs na nagpapakita ng different destination and experiences. Last is travel consultant. Ito naman, yung travel consultant is a professional who can give you personalized advice. Next bullet is, according to Gursoy 2001, other studies suggest that even though travelers utilize those four groups of external information sources, the groups can be grouped into two categories or dimension, which is yung destination-specific external information sources and personal external information sources, which include family and friends, media, and travel consultant. First is what they call destination specific external information sources. It is all about the places you're going to visit, like looking at the maps or checking out pictures of the place. Second naman is yung personal external information sources, is about what your family or friends tell you who have been there before sa destination na gusto mong puntahan. Studies also suggest that travelers may utilize any of these external information sources for pre-purchase information search or ongoing information search. Yung pre-purchase information search, ito yung mga nagsisik ka muna ng mga external information bago mo i-purchase o bilhin yung isang product. While yung ongoing information search is like nag-explore ka and you're still learning about the product na interesado ka kahit wala ka pang balak bilhin agad. According to Hyde 2006, an examination of common information search strategies utilized by a group of destination-naive international travelers to New Zealand revealed that travelers to that country utilize one of the six strategies. Those search strategies include a low search strategy, four moderate search strategies, which is yung guidebook brochure agent, guidebook friends, Friends, and Net Guidebook, and also a high search strategy, which is FriendsNet. Yung low search strategy, ito yung mga travelers na minimal research lang yung ginagawa nila and nagre-rely na sila sa basic information na nakuha nila. Meron sa for moderate strategy naman, which is yung guidebook brochure agent, ito yung mga travelers na nagre-rely ng information sa guidebooks, brochure, or travel agent. Yung guidebook friends is they consult guidebooks but also seek advice from friends. Sa friends naman, itong travelers na to is nagsisik ng information sa mga friends nila na nanggaling na dun sa destination. Net guidebook is yung mga traveler naman na use online resources like travel website para makagather ng information. Sa high strategy naman is yung FriendsNet. They gather information both from friends and the internet. Last bullet, when asked to rate how important each information source they have been used for specific travel planning tasks, respondents rated travel agents and the internet as being more useful than other sources from information on airfares.
Okay. These are the factors affecting information search strategies used by travelers. The marketing and consumer behavior literature suggests that the type of information search strategy used by consumers is likely to be influenced by at least one of three major theoretical approaches. These are the marketing and consumer is a big role in this topic. Marketing representing the services and the consumer representing the customers. Dito pinapakita dito yung mga kung paano na-affect ng strategies ng mga travelers sa pag-search ng information, kung paano mas makakagain pag nalaman ng mismong marketing yung strategy nila, edi mas madami silang profit. Okay, next. These are the, as I said earlier, these are the three major theoretical approaches. First, psychological or motivational approach, which suggests that a combination of individual, product class, and task-related variables such as beliefs and attitudes and involvement are likely to determine search strategy utilization. Motivational approach, these are the beliefs and attitudes, yung paniniwala, I mean, yung maniniwala ka sa sinasabi ng iba. Example, once na sinabi sa'yo ng isa mong kaibigan na, uy, maganda dito sa Boracay, punta ka. So, that's a belief. Naniwala ka sa kanya, so pumunta ka ng Boracay. Then, and involvement are likely to determine involvement. It means, kasama ka. Kasama ka mismo dun sa ano. Tapos, share mo yung information sa iba. That's what you call involvement. Second, economics approach, which uses the cost-benefit framework and the economics of information theory to examine information search strategy utilization. Economics approach, dito pumapasok yung pera. Kung saan mas mura, edi dun ka pupunta. Kung saan mas mahal, pag-iipunan mo muna bago ka pumunta sa isang destination or attraction. And then third, consumer information processing approach, which suggests that consumers' memory and cognitive information processing capabilities are likely to influence search strategy utilization. Dito sinasuggest na yung mga customer or tourists, yung katulad ng sinabi ni Ella kanina, yung sa memory, yung nire-recall mo. Example, nakapunta ka na sa ano, yung example niya kanina sa test, yung i-recall mo muna yung mga ni-review mo, then dun ka palang pupunta once na nakapag-decide ka na sa napili mo destination or attraction. Okay, next.
So, impact of culture on information search strategies. Culture also plays a vital role in determining the type of information search strategies that are likely to be utilized by travelers, including the source of information they utilize in decision making. So yung culture is parang nag-shape sa atin kung ano tayo ngayon. Naging part siya natin at dinadala natin siya sa araw-araw and like how we behave, our values, customs, communication, and traditions. Isa din tong malaking factor when it comes sa mga decisions ng mga travelers. Decision choice and nagiging source din to ng information about sa place na pupuntahan nila. Hofstede 1991, the difference in national culture has five distinct cultural elements. So
Ma,
the power distance element showing
loadan
that
mo
the
ako,
less
ma.
powerful individuals
Loadan
accept
mo
the
nga
fact
ako.
that power is distributed unequally.
Ano na lang
Second is the
490
individualism
MB na
collectivism
lang.
representing a degree of interdependence that a society maintains. Since
Baka
collectivism is mas
mamaya
ine-emphasize yung
nagre-record na kami.
relationships, the importance of the community, teamwork, and group goals. While yung individualism is nagfo-focus siya more on the rights, freedom, and concern ng each person.
Yung
Next is
lobe,
the
ma.
masculinity versus femininity, revealing the difference in societal roles between genders. Since yung masculinity more on sa courage, strength, and competition, while yung sa femininity is more on cooperation, nurturing, and quality of life. Next is the uncertainty avoidance element, indicating the extent to which individuals feel threatened by uncertainty and attempt to prevail in these circumstances. This is about how much people in society get uneasy about things being uncertain or unpredictable. Kasi some cultures ayaw nila ng unpredictable kasi mahirap siyang kontrolin, while others are more comfortable with it. And last, the long-term orientation element symbolizing the extent to which a society demonstrates a pragmatic, future-oriented view rather than a normative or short-term perspective. Mas nag-focus ang society sa long-term success rather than sa short-term success. Studies that have examined the impact of national culture on travelers' external information search behavior concluded that national culture also plays a significant role on what external information sources travelers from specific cultures and are likely to use for pre-purchase information searching. School and Crompton 1983, Oisel et al. 1990, and Gursoy and Ombret
Ha?
2004. So, researchers have looked kung paano mag-search yung mga people from
Pagbilis ko to.
different countries ng information about making a purchase, like planning a trip. Like,
Hindi,
mag-search muna
papasok ko
sila ng
yan.
info about sa place na yon.
Loadan mo
And the
naman.
researchers
Baka
found out na
ano.
yung culture ng
Alam ko,
isang
hindi
country
papasok
is
yan.
may big
Papasok ko
influensya
na yan.
doon sa
Data lang naman
tao
yan.
na kung saan siya nakatira. And people from different cultures are likely to use different sources of information before sila mag-purchase ng isang product. For example is yung Oisel et al. 1990, British travelers is ginagamit nilang main source of information is travel agents, while German and French, ginagamit nilang information is yung sa families and friends, while in contrast nata is yung sa Japanese travelers, since ang main source of info nila is books and library materials. So makikita natin dito na may iba't iba silang preferences when it comes sa information na gusto nilang makuha. So Gorsoy and Chen 2000 reported that information search pattern of British, French, and German travelers have two dimensions, a business and leisure dimension, and a dependent and independent dimension. So sa business and leisure dimension, ito yung kung anong purpose ng trip mo. Like for business purposes, mas nagfo-focus siya sa mga conferences and business accommodations. While on the other hand, yung leisure dimension is more on for leisure or recreation. Nag-i-involve to ng mga tourist attractions, hotels, and entertainments na pwedeng gawin sa lugar na yon. While sa dependent and independent dimension naman, this dimension reflects the level of independence in the traveler's decision-making and planning process. Sa dependent travelers, mas nagre-rely sila more on tour packages, while yung independent travelers naman is mas prefer nilang magplano and explore yung lugar on their own. Chen and Gursoy 2001 examined the utilization of external information sources by first-time and repeat British, French, and German travelers and also identified a different two-dimensional external information search pattern. Ito yung proprietary and public and focus and unfocused. So sa proprietary and public dimension, this dimension is about travelers where travelers get their information from. So sa proprietary sources are private or exclusive, like recommendations or advice from your families and or friends. While sa public sources naman are more widely available since yung information na gusto mong makuha is makikita mo sa guidebooks or travel websites. So focus and unfocused dimension naman is yung dimension na to is like kung gaano gusto ka specific or detailed yung information na gustong makuha ng isang traveler. So focus information is detailed and specific, like specific na food dun sa specific na restaurant na yon. And while sa unfocused information is more general, like ito yung mga general tips about the destination without getting in too much detail kasi baka gusto nilang sila mismo yung mag-explore nun.
Okay. This communication with the tourist market. Understanding the information search strategies of key current and prospective markets can help destinations managers and marketers to develop a cost-effective and focused target marketing communication. Katulad nung sa topic ko kanina, kailangan mo muna intindihin yung information search strategy ng isang tourist para malaman mo para ma-focus mo yung target mo sa kung anong gusto nila. Example, yung mas gusto pala nila ng mga adventure activities, ganyan. So, mas gagawin mo yung mas prepared ng tourist na gawin. Then, it can help you to increase your profit to para mas tumaas yung profit mo in terms of marketing communication. Okay, next.
Lastly, the directions for future research. Most research in the area has focused on the time spent searching for information, and most data were collected through self-instructed survey instrument. One area of external information search tools that have been receiving and increasing attention in the recent year is the internet. Gaya nung sabi ni Ella kanina, maraming mga tao yung nagfo-focus ngayon sa internet. And the internet is very significant for the travelers, especially nowadays where most of the online information are available through the internet by the help of the internet. And one good example here, recently, when me and my friend and her father, we had this round trip around Zambales for a leisure purposes. So since her father may mga experience na siya sa pabalik-balik niya siya sa Zambales for business trips and for business purposes, doon na pumapasok yung external information. Kasi, I mean internal information. Kasi yung internal information doon is may experience na yung father niya around the Zambales. And for me and my friend, kami naman yung kukuha ng external information by the help of the internet. And as a traveler gets more familiar using the internet, they are learning to use platforms to find information about travel destination and travel products other than the ones that are built and maintained by the different sectors of the tourism, travel, and hospitality industry. Next. For the conclusion, again, gaya nung sabi ni Ella kanina, na ang unang pwede natin gawin ay mag-search through the internet. This is why it is so important na pag nagta-take note tayo, lalo na yung mga marketers, pag nagma-market sila ng mga product nila or a certain package, dapat kailangan din nilang alamin yung mga strategy na pwedeng gawin ng mga customers na bibili ng product. And something na na-experience mo na or dapat may ang mga customer kasi they rely more on something na they experience na, especially when they are already familiar sa isang product na binili nila. Also, as it was also mentioned earlier by my group mate Rafael, marketing and consumer strategy ng mga consumer on how to buy their product. So may mga psychological or motivational. So pag may nag-suggest ng information sa kanila about sa isang product or sa isang lugar, they're most likely na makukuha yung attention nila and they're most likely to visit the place na na-motivate sila. And because of that, pwede din nilang i-share yung information na yun sa ibang tao kapag nakapunta na sila doon. Also, as it was also mentioned by my groupmate Gaviola, it is important for the marketers to have an overall picture of how the travelers acquire the information. Kasi may mga nagpo-play din ng vital role yung culture, lalo na pag nagde-decision yung mga travelers na pumunta sa isang lugar, for example, sa Japan, kung gusto nilang pumunta doon and mag-buy ng mga product nila, kailangan muna nilang mag-research kung paano makipag-communicate sa mga tao doon. Because based on my pastor, yung mga tao sa Japan, hindi sila basta-basta nakikipag-usap sa mga nagsasalita ng English. Hindi sila basta-basta nakikipag-communicate sa kanila kasi nga mas ina-entertain nila yung mga tao doon and yung mga nagsasalita talaga ng Japanese language. So it is also important to know the major components of the search process and how they fit together. So with this understanding, marketers can design communication strategies aimed specifically at a different stage in the information search process, which will lead to an efficient use of resources and more success in attracting tourists to their specific destination. So this chapter has examined travelers' information search behavior and strategies and the factors that are likely to influence external and internal search strategies. Travelers' prior product knowledge of a destination has two components, which is the familiarity and expertise. As I mentioned earlier, mas maiingganyang bumili ng product ang isang tao or ang isang consumer if meron siyang idea about the product. For example, if bibili ka ng isang product through online, in specific brand, mas magre-rely ka doon sa information na meron ka na about the product na trusted na siya and meron ka ng familiarity and expertise through this product. And the studies suggest that a culture plays a significant role in determining which external information sources a traveler must utilize.